Hey, this is George with D-Runk Comics. I'm here with my special guest host today. Introduce yourself.
Crazy Cat Lady. Or, if you're going to be really formal about it, my name is Jillian.
Jillian, nice to meet you. I've met you before, but it's nice that they get to meet you.
Yes.
All right, so I'm already D-Runk. I'm already spilling. That's cool. Trying not to get it on any of my comic books. Oh, I spilled everywhere. All right, so Jillian has seen D-Runk Comics because it's hot. It's like the number one trending thing on YouTube on my phone, at least.
Oh, yeah. I was there from the beginning.
She was the original director of photography.
I was. So I was cool before you knew it was cool. Be cool.
All right. So she was promoted from behind the scenes to in front of the camera talent, which it's an excellent promotion. It doesn't really pay much more, but it's still really cool. More notoriety. All right. So Jillian was like, I want to be on D-Runk Comics with you. And she's like, we should do an episode about cats. And I was, Jillian, shows about comic books.
And I was like, well, but I love cats. So we should do a show about cats somehow. So we had, there was a lot of negotiation, got our legal team together, and we came to a compromise that I think is mutually beneficial. And we decided that we were going to do a show about cat-themed comics. So best of both worlds.
The show was also about Jillian interrupting me. And how it's not allowed. I'm kidding. Alright, so yeah, cat-themed comic books. That's the episode for the day. I think I've got about 3, and you've got 2 to cover.
Yep.
Alright, so we'll one more little cheers, this time with no spilling. Our current director of photography is napping right now, which is pretty cool. But everyone is supposed to be D-Runk, so this is good. All right, so first book I got, nothing super amazing. I have Catwoman #1, variant cover, really, really cool artwork on that. This takes place after the events of Batman issue number 50, where she kind of left him at the aisle, or at the altar, the aisle, at the altar, or a rooftop, whatever, if you read it, it's a rooftop. Sorry about the spoilers, but yeah, really cool art. What do you think?
I like it. She looks real nice. She looks strong, but she looks very pretty also.
Yes, she looks pretty.
She's got some really nice cat ears.
She does have some nice cat
I'm
ears.
jealous.
That's what I was looking at. All right, so that is the book that I have. Jillian, what do you got?
Well, I've got Final Crisis, Rage of the Red Lanterns. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this one is because this is actually the first appearance of Dexstar, which is a kitty from the Red Lantern Corps. And you'll see quickly here, he makes a very brief appearance. They don't even mention his name, but he's just in 3 panels. And basically, he melts Sinestro's face off with his acidic blood vomit.
A Sinestro Corps member.
Sinestro Corps member.
Yes. So yeah, he crept up on him looking all cute, and then which it happens. All right, the next book I have, more Catwoman stuff. I've got Batman #50, the book I alluded to earlier, Virgin variant, drawn, illustrated by Jim Lee. Really cool artwork on that. It's kind of, you see Batman and Catwoman really, looking at each other real sexy like. So, you can tell that there's some feelings there.
That's intense.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
And Virgin cover means that they don't put the title on the top of the book. You try and put as little writing as possible on the cover. And, yeah, pretty cool book. And then there's a variant of it, which is not a Virgin cover, and this is Catwoman, and then the Joker is written all over it, saying, "He's mine," and then a bunch of ha 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 ha. It's, that's
The Joker.
That's the Joker for
Yep.
you. He's always messing up your pictures.
I know.
Drawing on him.
He just loves to laugh.
Yep, he's good for a chuckle. So that's what I got on that. Jillian, what else do you got?
Well, the second one that I'm going to talk about today is actually another one with Dexstar. And when I was, the reason why I chose to talk about Dexstar is because of his origin story. His origin story really spoke to me. And so that's what the next book that I have is going to talk about. So this is Green Lanterns, right? Green Lantern number 55, Brightest Day? Yes. Brightest Day. And this goes through Dexstar's origin story, and it's heart-wrenching. I cried. I had tears streaming down my face the first time that I read it, but basically...
She cries every time she watches Lion King, so if you ever want to see a tear come out of Jillian, you just say Hakuna Matata, and then it's not far behind.
If you don't know Dexstar's origin story, basically he was a stray kitten, and this nice woman found him at an animal shelter and took him in, and they loved each other very, very much. And one night, a random criminal broke into her home and murdered her, and Dexstar ended up on the streets and succumbed to some violence by some awful teenagers. And all the rage that he had over losing his human and the violence that he experienced from these teenagers led a Red Lantern ring to him. And so he became part of the Red Lantern Corps. And if you can see here, before he becomes part of the Red Lantern Corps, look at him, he's so cute. Little blue Dexter. He was Dexter in his pre-Lantern days, but then after he became Red Lantern, it was Dexstar. And as an homage to Dexstar, that is why I have a blue beverage this evening.
That is also why she has blue fingers.
Yes, you might have seen the blue fingers. There was a little bit of a mess there, but Dexstar really spoke to me because of his very sad and lonely beginnings, and I felt for him a lot.
And unlike most animals that encounter cruelty, he was able to do something about it. And,
yes.
And melt people's faces. Which
yes.
Is, when you hurt an animal, your face should get melted off. That's the way that works.
Yes.
And hopefully it hurts.
Yes, it should. So the lesson is respect and be nice to the kitties, or one of them might melt your face off.
After becoming a Red Lantern.
After becoming a Red Lantern.
It could happen to you. All right, so my next book, and so this is, I've not done this before, but I collect a lot of books digitally as well. And this is Superman Earth 1 Volume 2. And in this story, he is talking to a friend of his, and basically the cat's name is Fuzzball, and he saves Fuzzball from a ravenous pack of coyotes, and Fuzzball has an eye that's been ripped out, and it becomes his best friend. They sit on the porch every night looking at the moon, and they're very, very happy together, and it crosses a lot of time, and eventually little Fuzzball doesn't make it, and it's Superman that owns this kitty, so he takes Fuzzball to the moon and buries her on the moon, which is where she would have wanted to be buried. And then he continues to enjoy looking up at the moon because he can still do it with his kitty in tow. So you're holding it in.
Yep.
she's
I'm holding it in. I know. It really touched my heart. Those few pages really touched my heart. So.
Yeah, when I
always knew Superman was like an amazing guy. He was always an amazing guy, but I mean, he earned like a bunch of extra points in my book. So
yes, so
he definitely did right by little Fuzzball.
Yeah, little Fuzzball is taken care of, and so yeah, that's really the only books we're going to show today. I mean, we're not, there's a lot of other books that you could get into, but we're trying not to make it too long. But today's episode is about cats. And Jillian, you're part of a little organization, not a little organization, but part of an organization that helps cats. Could you I'll give you like 14 seconds to talk about that immediately.
Yeah, sounds good. So I am a crazy cat lady just because I just love, because cats. But I also volunteer with a really fabulous local cat rescue here in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area in Minnesota, and called No Kitten Left Behind. And
Link in the description below.
Link in the description below. And if you are a really nice person who's going to love and respect the kitties and you're looking for a new friend to add to your home, please consider us when you're looking to adopt or maybe foster. And also, if you are local to the area, if you're familiar with the Cafe Meow in Minneapolis and Uptown, we are one of our rescue partners there, so we do have kitties all available for adoption that are at the cafe, so you should definitely check it out.
This Cafe Meow thing is like you sitting there, you order your whatever you're ordering. I think it's like coffee.
Coffee, yep.
And then like there are cats that just like roam around, and like you kind of get to see the cat in a chill environment, which is pretty cool.
So. Definitely. So yeah, if you haven't been to a cat cafe, this is the Cafe Meow is the only one in Minnesota right now, but there are ones all over the country. And yep, you basically get some coffee, get to hang out with the kitties, maybe adopt one, maybe just come to hang out with the cats because you love cats, and it's a really great experience. So if you have one in your area, I definitely recommend checking it out.
All right, so Cafe Meow and No Kitten Left Behind, links in the description below. The Cafe Meow plug was not ran by my legal team first, so we're going to get into this after the video. But it's fine, Jillian. We're good. But yeah, that's all we have for today. As always, de-runk responsibly, and spay and neuter your pets.
Yes.
So that we don't have a bunch of strays that are out there that we can't take care of. We want to take care of the animals. Yes. So with last call, I am George. Who are you?
Crazy cat lady, Jillian.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.